Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Big Brother Hangout. My name is Sarah Yell, and this is Silent Podcast, where we're anything but silent. And I have a very special guest today. We have Matt Hoffman.
Hello. Very special.
You are special. What are you,
I am
self-proclaimed
special.
diabolical super genius?
That's what they tell me. Yes.
Are you on the genius level? Do you have the David Alexander IQ? What is it,
Yeah.
187?
I don't know about that. No. No, that's very special. It's beyond my level of special.
Yeah, but Matt does watch Big Brother Canada, so we could talk about that a bit. How have you
Of
been liking the
course.
season? Do you have any favorites?
It's just a good season. I typically lean towards the Canadian Big Brother over the US. I
Mm-hmm.
find them production wise are way better. The cast is better. Even though it's cast by the same company, the cast are
Yeah,
better. Which
yeah,
speaks volumes about the to me the impact of the network in this shit. People give so much shit to casting and shit all over them, but it's the same fucking casting people, and they also have great Canadian casts. So it's these idiot networks in the U.S. that fuck everything up,
yeah.
and so I like I like Canadian Big Brother. It's exciting. I wasn't super into did I disappear? I feel like I just disappeared. I
Yes.
wasn't into season 7 as much, and season 8 was not going awesome for me, so I'm not sad that it got ditched. This
Mm-hmm.
season, I'm liking. I like the cast. There's no one I really like dislike at all.
No, I
I
agree.
I was kind of like not hot on Rohan initially, but he's almost I'm enjoying him as one of my favorites now. Uh, I could maybe do without Beth, but again, she's not like even the worst person on this cast is like a top tier U.S. cast member. I feel like
Yeah.
as far as being abrasive. So it's a good season so far.
Do you relate to anyone?
I relate to no one ever, just perpetually in my life
No?
or from Big Brother Canada. No,
You know what
zero
I was
people.
thinking? I think you kind of played similar to Tina, though, weirdly, when I was thinking about it, which I don't think you guys' personality levels not alike at all, but just the way how she's kind of like intermixed with both sides of the house and
Yeah, I mean, our season 12 was gather around, kids. Let me tell you about old Big Brother. Season 12 was we were at summer camp. We all were very friendly. It's like
yeah.
every you'll get the in most seasons there's maybe one or two people playing both sides of the house and friends with everybody. But like our whole season was kind of friends with everybody. I mean, there was alliances and we did our thing, but there was never like animosity or hatred or like
Yeah.
nastiness, to any sort of like lingering level on our season. We were all pretty cool with each other.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're all still best friends who do reunions every 6 months.
We did a season 12 Zoom reunion for charity just like a few months
Oh,
ago.
no, you
I don't.
didn't. I didn't see that.
We did. Yeah, we got everybody except for a very small handful of people who could not make it. Monet was not there, and
Oh,
Kristen was not there. But I think yeah, like everybody was there, and
yeah,
we talked for like an hour and a half. And
but you're still good
really,
friends with Reagan, right?
yeah, definitely. Brittany, I talked to all the time.
Mhm.
Reagan, Rachel, Brendan. Yeah, all of them. I mean, we were a good cast of people. I
Nice.
feel like, even
Good
if the
people.
season was kind of a blowout, but we as humans, if I were to just want to like, if I were to pick a cast that I just want to like chill out with, just go
Yeah,
out for a night, have some drinks, shoot the shit about not Big Brother stuff, just like hang out, be a
yeah.
party with or whatever. I feel it'd be like us or maybe season 20 could potentially like hit that for me. But yeah,
Have
I
you
think
met
it's just
them? Have
like
you met Big Brother 20 people?
some of them,
Mhm.
some I did not like. Well, I mean, like I met JC, who I loved, and then when I was talking to him, he thought I was a fan the whole time. Until like the end of the conversation, I realized he thought I was a fan. I'm like, "Ah, never mind." But I liked them. I thought there was like a good kind of representative. They all just seemed kind of cool, a little bit kooky, but
Mhm.
cool. I don't
That's so
know.
interesting. I'm always curious, like, how often do you get recognized?
Well, I don't almost ever, except for literally like 2 days ago, I ordered pizza, and the pizza delivery guy was like, "Were you on Big Brother 10 years ago?" And I was like, "I was." How would you know that? And he looked like young, like where he would have been like 10 when this was on or something.
Yeah,
He's
because
like, "Oh, I'm a
yeah,
huge fan." I'm like, "Oh, crazy!" But no, that never happens. Like, very rarely now
yeah.
in my life.
I went to a Big Brother casting call in New York City, like, a few years ago, pre-pandemic, and Adam stopped by.
Adam Pock.
Yes, and
Oh no.
I almost felt kinda bad because I knew who he was, obviously, but it's like he got 3rd place on his season, and, like, you could tell that no one in that line knew who he was,
Aw, I love Adam Pock, but it's
you
so
know?
funny. Yeah, that's the funny joke about Adam Pock, but I do love him.
That's a joke?
It's like, yeah, it's Adam Pock.
Yeah, but, uh Does that him? How have you been at? I know you're a big Halloween guy.
I am.
Did COVID ruin the Halloween this year?
COVID did ruin Halloween and Halloween and all of that fun. It's unfortunate.
No Zoom
It's kind of
parties?
no Zoom parties, no makeup, no blood, no fun. There's no fun yet. But we're done. I think we're done with all of this. I feel like this Halloween will be back. So it's
Yeah.
good.
I know, I'm trying to get my invite. Is it always Big Brother people exclusively, or?
No, that all ended. That was like a 3 year run, and then I haven't had a Halloween since like 2013, I think.
Oh, what?
Despite
Why did I think this was an every year thing?
no, it was. I mean, it went on for like 10 years. 2013 was like the 10th or 11th Halloween, and
Oh.
then it stopped because it was getting too big. I couldn't sustain it any longer. It was too awesome for its own good, and I didn't want to cut back. So I said I either have to make it bigger or just stop. And I couldn't make I didn't want to do it anymore. It was crazy. It was getting too crazy.
Oh. You didn't want to like rent a venue or something?
I didn't want to run venues and but no, it was a good run. It was
Yeah.
definitely it was fun. Lots of
I
free
feel like when
food
it's
and
like
booze.
expectations, I feel like that because like we always hosted like Christmas Eve in my family, and I feel like after a while, it became like something forced upon us instead of something we wanted to do. And I feel like you never want to reach
Yes.
that place where you're
Yes. Well,
expected to do it every year.
how old are you, Sarah?
Guess.
I would say like mid to late, but edging on the mid 20s.
Yeah, I'm 25.
Okay, there we go.
That was a good guess.
So yeah, so I feel like okay, so probably don't remember Super Pass, right? You would no way have been into
No.
Big Brother like 10 years ago. So,
Oh,
so
no, I watched Big Brother. I've watched every season.
like but live, like I mean, like 10 years ago, you were watching
No, I
Big
started
Brother.
with 14. 14 was my first live.
Okay, that still might have been this. Okay, so that was probably the last year of Super Pass, which was the people they were like the CBS All Access. Now they hosted the live feeds and did everything
Yeah,
back
I
in the
didn't do live
day.
feeds though.
Yeah, so they were like the originals. And they were awesome because they had, I don't know where they got it from, but they had fuck tons of money. And they were just so liberal with giving every idiot alumni their own stupid show or just paying them to do dumb shit. Like, I mean, it was just like it was the best. You get off of Big Brother, it's like the easiest money. And so they got involved in Halloween and it was like great. And, they'd pay all the reality people to fly in, but it's my hometown and pay for hotel rooms and they give me money, like stupid bullshit money. Like, here's $3,000, host a costume contest. I'm like, what does that even mean? They're like, I don't just pick winners and give them whatever money you want. I'm like, okay. So it was my friends, just give your friends money from Super Pass. So it was great. And those are like the glory days, I feel, of that. But now CBS, of course, runs everything.
Mhm.
Big selfish, cheap ass conglomerates, so nobody
Yeah.
gets any money anymore.
But that
Now we
was
have to
like
go. Now we have to go on
pre-influencer.
Cameo and work for our
Yeah.
shit instead of and do stupid shit like that. And
You do a lot. What's your cameo so people can find you?
my Cameo is BB12 Matt, and you shit, it's quality content
It
for
is
an affordable
quality.
price. At an affordable price, I love a bargain, definitely.
Do you brand yourself as a bargain?
I do brand myself. I'm a bargain Cameo. I mean, but you get quality content.
Yeah. I was telling Matt
Quality
before we
content from
started.
somebody nobody knows. It's like if you want like a really engaging stranger to talk to you, it's worth $10. I feel like.
Yeah, because Matt has a lot of interesting little quirks about him. Do you want to share some of your monster stuff? And
Do I have I don't know. I don't feel. See, I don't think I have quirks. I feel like it's just. I mean, when you live a certain way, just that your life has been this way. They're not quirks. So I don't know. Like, I guess you would have to tell me what are eccentricities. To me, this is just my world.
are you on a desktop right now? I was gonna say, if you just showed me around this room you're in, I'm sure I could tell you.
Yeah, I've limited mobility. I have a bat, some
Is
guitars,
this a
some
real
mat.
bat on your wall?
It's from It's from Indonesia. You can open like.
Matt has a real Indonesian bat on his wall,
What else do I have over here?
and that's normal. I think everyone has a bat in their home, but usually they're
Keyboards,
not
some
bent
creep
and
show
framed.
stuff,
They're just in the attic.
bunch of
Okay.
Twilight Zone, horror movie, more guitars, lots of knickknacks and trinkets and stuff. Yeah,
What's
plenty of
the
fun. Lots of fun is my office though.
what's the thumbs up thing? What's that poster?
Which one are we looking at?
The blue one?
Oh, that's my old band Shooting Blanks and all of the albums and posters from back in the day when I was a cool when it used to be cool. When I was young and cool. And I'm just old and fucking.
Why'd you stop? Why don't you do like
Why did I
even like
stop?
normal stuff? Yeah,
I
go to a
still
bar.
play me. No. There's nothing sadder than an old aging musician. I feel I had my fun. Let the kids do it now. Music industry shit anyway. So
Nice.
I was happy to have contributed in my day to
Why is it
whatever
shit
it is
now?
now.
What's wrong with the music industry?
I should promote if this is turning into somehow this Big Brother Canada show is turning into a Hoffcast. You're gonna lose. I hope you're not losing viewers. If
Oh, we have
I should
1,000
promote.
viewers right now. I'm pretty
Do
sure.
you? That makes sense. They'll be all thrilled to know that Shooting Blanks went back and recorded new music for the first time in 14 years recently.
The
For the
same people?
pandemic. The same people. Look at my hair; it's crazy. The same people. Yeah, we decided it was like Taylor Swift did that Folklore album in quarantine.
Yeah.
You can be like Taylor Swift and write quarantine music. So we did, and we never did anything. Again, it's been like almost 15 years, and
Mm-hmm.
and we made music videos. There's music videos now for these new songs. So kids, go on YouTube or your favorite streaming service and check out Shooting Blake's latest new hit singles. There's two of them.
Is
So
this
there's some
breaking
there's
news?
some
Or
Blake's
it's already out? It's already out. Oop, did I lose you?
It's been out for a couple months, and there is if you have any Roku products, you can search for Shooting Blanks and get a free Shooting Blanks Roku streaming channel with tons of Shooting Blanks content for your streaming devices. So there is all the promotion. I would have never thought of any of this had you not pointed out the poster. So thanks.
I'm gonna listen. Here, do you have a guitar around you? Do you wanna play a little something?
I do have a guitar. I definitely do not want to play anything for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
But definitely give that everybody give that a listen. I'm sure.
That's exciting. Were you guys hired to play at Nicole Franzel's wedding?
Then she reneged on the invite and took it away from us. So.
She did. Oh, because you were invited
No,
at
I'm
one
kidding. We
point.
couldn't afford. We couldn't afford that.
Oh, I didn't know that it changed locations if things changed.
No, Nicole Franzel does not. She follows me oddly on Twitter, and I find that so strange. I've never had any interaction with her, and I feel like my content that I put out couldn't be less Nicole Franzel
Yeah,
friendly. And it's not anti Nicole Franzel. I have nothing against her, but I feel like it's not. It's not bubbly. It's not Nicole
yeah.
Franzel to me. I wonder why she follows me, but I'm thrilled and happy about it. I guess
You
it's
did
nice.
post the TikTok from Janelle, so I don't know how long it's gonna last.
I'm starting to feel a little more relevant after that. I was in a TikTok with Janelle and Case, All Stars, Rachel
Yeah,
Riley,
you were
amazing, and Matt
wrong.
Huffman. Why do I? It's like which one of these is not like the other? I feel like when you watch that TikTok,
McCrae. Just kidding.
you think McCrae? Well, McCrae's looked like it was an
His was
ISIS
just
video
blurry.
shot
His
from
was
a
just
razor
blurry.
phone, yeah, flip phone or something.
Yeah, but for those who are watching, you should go to Matt's Twitter.
I don't have a TikTok because I'm like over the hill.
I don't know. Well, no, I have one. I watch. I don't partake. I'm not a content
Well,
creator.
you're still youthful, of course. I don't know.
So you're saying I should? I can.
You
Fit in with
should.
a, like,
Yeah.
16-year-old?
Yeah. I feel like you're hip enough to do that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I shouldn't be.
Hopefully.
I shouldn't be on TikTok. Definitely not. Nobody needs to see that. I feel it.
Yeah. So you're in Chicago, right? You know, Chicago's my favorite city in the world.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where are you located?
Seattle.
I love Seattle. That's where Superpass was, and then you used to fly us out there. That's the only time I've ever been to Seattle. It was a few times. And Superpass just flies out there. They'd send you to Seattle. They put you at this. You might know the hotel. Let me know if it's like on a river on a water bank, and it's like famous. Like Jimi Hendrix stayed there, and the Beatles, and the Stones. You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like
Edgewood?
I think that does sound very familiar. So they put us there. It was an awesome place. And then they'd give you $1,000. First, they'd let you stay in Seattle for like the weekend and just hang out. And they put you in this hotel. Then you'd go in. All you had to do the whole time you were there for this was go into the studios and sit and do some hour like call-in show with fans. And then they give you then $1,000 on top of it. It was just like madness in the Super Pass days. But anyway, those are the only times I've been to Seattle, and it was always great.
Yeah. I see why they're not around. I feel like they wasted their money.
Yeah, I know it's a good time to be in the heyday of that.
Did you have like a rock star phase after Big Brother?
Well, okay. Speaking of Adam Pock, let me go back. Adam Pock and I had a super pass show. It was called Rants and Roars. Mind you, Super Pass creates all kind of like they just tell you. So like it's not like Adam and I did not make this up or anything,
Yeah.
but they contact us like we want to do the show Rants and Roars, and the gist of it was like it was like a half-hour show every week, once a week. I spent 15 minutes like talking about my takes on Big Brother, and he spent the second 15 talking about his. And every weekend they give us like $300. There's like no preparation. I'd go log on for like 15 minutes. I just fucking just dump up my brain for 15 minutes, and then we catch these checks. It was like the worst bullshit content show, but it was great. Super Pass was great. Where was I going with this? Adam Pock, Super Pass. What did you ask me? Oh, did I have a rock?
Yeah, your rock star phase.
I love Pock.
Because you were kind of peak Big Brother, right? Wasn't Big Brother 12 kind of peak Big Brother fandom?
Well, it's more not so much Big Brother is like reality TV. We were like when it was just starting. We were right when it was at the point where like okay,
Solid C-lister.
everyone pretty much knows somebody who's been on TV. So like it's where it
Yeah.
was still pretty rare and cool. Like now I feel like reality TV stars, like the fact that they were on a reality show, A is not like super impressive in any way, and B like tends to not even be like the main thing that people know them for. I don't know, it's like weird. It's just like it's different. We're like you were like back even when I'm saying before when I was on, like even in the early Survivor days and early Big Brother days. I mean, they were like legitimate celebrities. You go on Survivor and then
Be the paper.
you'd be in like a fucking movie or something. I mean, it was good. It was just crazy, like TV shows and stuff. And so and I was in like the transitional era. I feel where like it was still like, oh my god, he was on TV, but no one like you would never make a career out of it or like get anything more out of it. But it was still very impressive. Now I think you're not going to get anything out of it, and it's not impressive. It's just there's like no good reason to be on reality TV anymore. So
what about the influencer era? Isn't that like you actually can make a career?
That's what it is now. It's all about social media following and stuff. And
maybe that's through reality TV. Who knows?
That's what it is. So yeah, it's true, and that was not a thing for me either. So it was fun. Yeah, I mean, it was like tons of, it was like Beatlemania for a very small amount of time. But
what was your motivation for applying? Assuming you
I was a huge fan. I wanted to play, so I applied for like 8 or 9 seasons, I think, before.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Did you get
I made it to 5.
before?
Yeah, semifinals a few times. I was cast for season 11, and I backed out at like the last minute, and then I went to season 12.
Oh, that's good.
That was fun.
Because I heard sometimes like if you make it far, like you're kind of if you don't get on, then you're kind of done. That's not true.
No, that is true. Yes. Oh, you mean like
if you make finals?
I don't. No, I mean I don't think that's true. Yeah.
No.
I think we can bounce you out.
Inside scoop. You got all the tea.
I did. Yeah, I've been through casting many, many times.
Yeah, and you said that you got reached out to for All Stars. I heard you on Rob Has a Podcast.
Well, I mean, the email. Yeah, you know.
I think Enzo took your spot. I don't think they're going to put you and Enzo on together.
No, I don't think so either. But now the cast, it's all different casting. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll be seeing any like or many old era people. Maybe the old era people are just done. I feel.
Done playing?
Maybe. I mean,
you think people would say no?
I just feel like I don't know that
you wouldn't say no. You would go on.
No, I'm saying I don't think the people doing casting now are going to start reaching out to like people who were cast from Robin very much back in the old day. Like I feel like that whole era is done because Robin's gone. So
they don't have the connects. They're just going to start.
That's what I think.
Maybe we can start a Hoffmaniac tweet.
Yes, I'm sure that would
put you in contact.
We'll do it. Start with Silent Podcast. Let's get this going. Run my campaign.
Yeah. What was the company again that you said that now is no more? What did you say? The big.
Oh, Superpass.
Yeah, let's get Superpass. We'll revive
Superpass. Would put so much money behind this. I feel
they loved you. They support you.
They did love me.
I don't know.
And you said you watched all the season. You watched like your many seasons, past seasons and stuff. Did you watch season 9? You know season 9 or no? That shit show.
I do, but it's like so long ago that I watched. I don't know.
Well, I'm not asking about a nuance, but there's a character on there, Chelsea, and she, and I don't even know how this happened. Somehow, she was like deeply involved in Superpass, and like I don't know if she like ran things there, but she was like involved in everything, and she was so fun. And so like they basically had it was like partially ran by Big Brother people in that way too. So it really was just
Mhm.
like kind of irresponsible and chaotic, but it was a good time.
That's good. I miss it. I think that'd be cool. Or maybe I guess that's like kind of like they still do big like Hearts of Reality things. They're just I think not
They
as
do.
they're more produced. I feel like than what you're
Yes.
describing. Not as much like I feel like they gave you guys a lot of power, which is pretty cool. Like you guys got to cater it to whatever you wanted to do. You
Yeah,
don't
it
have
was fun.
no contracts, no guidelines.
No, not at all. It was very loose.
Could be uncensored. Let the f bombs fly.
Oh yes, absolutely. I would not be a part
Always.
of anything otherwise. Yes.
Yeah. You got a lot of tattoos, don't you? What are your tattoos? Anything fun?
No, just like
No fun ones? All boring
a,
ones?
a canvas of regret. You know what I mean? Like what? I feel like there's something wrong with someone who gets a tattoo and 10 years later can look back and go like, "That was a great idea, and I would do that again if I had the opportunity." If that's like a true thing, I think that's more fucked up than like not having wanted any of your thing. You're right. It's
To
so
not
weird.
regret it? You think everyone regrets their
Not even like
tattoos?
I not necessarily regret, but I feel like if you look back, you go 10 years on a tattoo, look back at it and go, if I didn't have that tattoo right now, 10 years later, I'd do that again. I'd do it. I think that's fucking insane.
I
But
love
whatever,
tattoos.
maybe that's just me.
I like weird ones. Do you have any weird ones? I remember my volleyball coach,
I don't know. I have like
she had a big Smurf on
the
her calf, and I
the
think she
only
could've gotten another one on her other calf.
the only one that they made me cover up all summer on Big Brother with like a Band-Aid was like an ass, like someone's ass that's on like on fire.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, so they
Usually
may
they
put
don't
like a
like
little.
words, right? They don't like
No, they
words.
didn't put a little like round circle over like the butt cheeks.
So they didn't mind the lower back or the
Well, it was like if like the butt were like cut off at the waist. So there's like legs and a butt, and then the fire were like coming out of the waist area, I guess, of the butt. And so I had
oh,
to put like a circular sticker on the butt cheeks of
do you
the
ever get
butt.
mad at production and just, like, do a little bit of flashing?
No, no, never. I was very respectful about that.
Ties on the Big Brother live feeds, we saw Ty's booty this week, so that was pretty exciting.
What's the do we know what the tattoo on the and what that all why there's like little black dots on certain parts of
I'm
uh
not sure. Does it look
Jed
like
is it Jed's? Jed's is he the one that has the it says like something maybe like love yours or something, but like the S is blacked out. I mean it's a constant because he never
oh,
wears a shirt. This guy never wears a shirt.
no. Have you
The
seen the
Johnson
picture of
guy.
him and Tina where Tina's outside, like, in a full sweatsuit and Jed is just, like, in a Speedo, basically? And
Right? And they
they're like, "What is
never
the temperature in Canada right now?"
but I don't blame him. I feel like I would probably if I looked like in that way, I would probably why would you wear a shirt, right? So I
You
wouldn't.
wore that V-cut thing, I think, a lot on your
Isn't that
feed.
crazy that I did that? It's totally
Yeah,
insane, right?
it's
It's so,
not insane. I think you're
it's
being
so like
sarcastic.
fashionably offensive, and I feel like it had something to do in my head at the time with like the microphone, but maybe not. And either way, it just looked ridiculous. I feel like, but yeah, it's so funny you even bring that up because that means, I mean, it's so obvious. How strange! What a
Yeah,
strange thing I did.
I watched the hour and 35-minute Brigade documentary today.
I saw that that was a thing on YouTube, and I'll never watch. You watched the whole thing? Holy fucking not in what speed? Like a 1x or a two
Oh,
x?
yeah, 1X. I was
Oh
almost gonna slow
shit,
it down. I was almost
that's
gonna slow
fucked
it
up.
down.
That's fucked up.
I had a
That's
good day.
horrible to do that.
I did
Yeah,
think it
what
was interesting. The top comment was someone saying that if the brigade had voted out Rachel and Brendan in like on like day 3 or whatever, week 3, like they
oh,
might
that's the
not be.
butterfly effect of Big Brother. That would have been like seriously, like that would have
Mhm.
changed the entire trajectory of the entire series. Had
There'd
that
be no babies though. There might be no Brenchel babies
be
if
like
without you
yeah,
guys.
everything. There'd be no. She wouldn't have been on season 13 for sure. She wouldn't have won. Thus won season 13. It would have been a whole everything. It would have been crazy.
I think Rachel owes you her whole career, honestly.
I created, and they will value guys that you can. I mean, they say this as well. I'm the Brenchel. The name Brenchel was me. It was told. I was like, we're calling you Brenchel. This is before the cameras ever came on. They were like in love before day one of the feeds.
Oh, I
So
didn't know
Brenchel
that.
was already started, and it was me. So they owe me some sort of marketing
That's
dollars
a
or
fun
something.
fact. Yeah, do they must have merch, right? Brenchel merch?
Oh, I mean, they did. The Brenchel Army were back in the day, but I'm sure that's long gone.
I don't know, because I remember on Big Brother 15 when Rachel's sister was on. The Brenchel army came out strong for her.
Yeah, fans were a lot nicer back then. They were like fervent and passionate, but they weren't like such. They were just so like
Trolls?
meddlesome. The
Oh.
problem now is like everyone, too many people. Everyone's very like opinionated, and no one can like. Everyone wants people to be a certain way. So if you're not that certain way, they get all offended about it instead of just being
Mhm.
like, well, I guess they're that way and I'm this way. And that's just how it's going to be. No one can do that anymore. You have to be like, everyone needs to meddle and be like, I need to make this person my way and then meddle in there. And it's fucking crazy nowadays. People aren't like that. People are just like
Yeah, I
fans,
know.
crazy
People
fans.
used to say, "Oh, there's no right or wrong opinions," but no, there's wrong opinions now,
Yeah,
apparently.
right. And like cat lady, everything, the big thing was like cat ladies. That was a Big Brother fan, like stereotypical cat ladies. And that was like kind of the very common notion around Reddit and Twitter and the community were the cat ladies. And you never even hear that term anymore. And now it's all just like the trolls. That's like the Big Brother fans, like the
Yeah.
weird little trolls. So
What's like
our
the
fans were
weirdest
just harmless. They were rabid. Like I remember they were just upset. They were very obsessive. Like I remember we go to like fan events after the show and there were people that would for all of us, even the most mundane of characters from our season had their fans, and the fans would like a lot of them just had nothing to do in their entire lives with Big Brother in the live feed. So they'd like if you were their person that they like enjoyed or whatever, you were their favorite person, they'd like
Yeah.
adjust their schedules to your schedule and like just sleep when you slept and wake up when you woke up and just fucking stare at you on the feeds all day. It's just bonkers. And they do you remember when you on August 27th at 3:42 when you said this and this? It's like, fuck, no, I don't remember any of that. It's crazy. Why do you remember that? So they were like crazy and passionate, but harmless. They weren't like, they were just
Mhm.
insane is all. And now
Yeah.
they're insane and they're just annoying and meddlesome.
Yeah. What's like the weirdest thing you've ever read about yourself?
I mean, there's nothing untrue, I guess. There was the weirdest thing I've ever read. Here, you know what? I'm gonna pull up. I got a great I should say, I love when people, I have to find this. I love when people insult me, like on Twitter and stuff like
Yeah.
that, trolls and stuff. I love the trolls. I think
Okay. I'll
they're
come up with a
funny.
really nasty tweet for you for after the call.
Yeah, I don't get bothered by that. I think they're foolish and that makes me laugh. But I'm trying to find it. I got this. I got what is my favorite. My favorite trolling that I have ever gotten was just recently. Okay, I think I found it. I did find it. No, hold on. I'm so sorry, but
Yeah,
I
you're
do
good.
need to.
I'm
It's
excited.
important.
I feel like I need a drum
Um,
roll.
I'm sure you could. Okay, I
You
did
have a
find it.
drum roll enough?
So
Wait,
here's
open
the
it.
story. Before I read this.
Okay.
So the story is this: Kristen Bidding from season 12.
Yeah.
Um, she has become very. I don't know how you'd even describe it. Very passionate politically for uh, I don't even know what political party. It's not. I don't know. I don't think it's either Republican or Democrat. It's something. I'm not huge into politics myself either way. But this is so. It's just like a little alternative. I would say. Let's just be kind about everything. And she
Okay.
posts these videos a lot on her just whatever social media. And she's they're interesting. She's making her points in whatever passionate way she makes her points. Okay. I do not agree or disagree. I have no opinion. Whatever she wants to do is her business. I don't give a shit what she's up to. Okay. But these videos, when I watch them and knowing that like this is like my roommate at one point,
Yep.
I'm amused by them. I'm entertained. I'm like, oh my God, this is like kind of insane. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So to me, I like that. I like it. I like it. I go, I watch this and I'm not saying I agree or disagree, whatever she wants to do, but I like it.
It gives you enjoyment. Yeah.
So what I did thoughtlessly was hit the like button because I liked it. I was like, this is entertaining. I like this enjoy it. Okay. So that happens, right? On one of her videos. Months later, some Big Brother fan, because they're crazy, must have been found this video of hers and said, I want to see if anyone that we know like this so that I can make them out to be a horrible person, right? And of course,
Mhm.
a list of people who must have liked this. I like this because I like it and I stayed by that. I still like that video to this day. It still makes me smile when I see it. Still, I will like it again if given the opportunity. This girl got so offended. I love it. And before this, prior to this happening very recently, uh, I had a long-standing favorite troll comment, sort of. And it was like from right when I got off the show, and it lasted all the way up almost 11 years until this girl changed it all. And the original one that I used to love was there's a Canadian publication, the Toronto something or other, somewhere in Toronto, and they were doing a very very normal write up on season 12 at the time it was airing. I saw this like when I got out of the house, and so it wasn't like sensationalist or even like humorous in any way. But for some reason, when they were just talking very mundanely about the characters in the show, they referenced me and no one else in like an alternative light. They referenced me as a shifty-eyed, crotch-grabbing troll, and I always thought it was
Crotch
funny.
grabbing?
Yeah, it was so funny and strange. So I was like, this has always been like my favorite. So it was like a real news publication. It was just so like unnecessarily slamming me, and I love that. Okay, but this time this is my favorite one now. Okay, now mind you, all I did was hit like. That's all I did to incite this. Nothing else. I didn't say a word to this person. Oh, some backstory. You might need some backstory. This girl obviously knows a little bit about me. I dabble in special effects makeup, so that'll be relevant as you listen to this as well. And we've discussed I'm also in a band. Okay, here we are. I was at one point in my life, like 15, 20 years ago. Here we go. Mm-hmm. Please consider, oh, she tags me. Please consider cementing your mouth shut with some liquid latex, and then maybe cash the $1.67 you get from Spotify streams a year as a token of your failed pursuit into the music industry, you sad, rotting, white supremacist, enabling, balding, lonely divorcee. She called me balding. Do you believe that?
Are you? Your hair looks good.
No, right? Balding?
She must have been thinking about a different person.
I love her, though, whoever this is. I'm going to plug her. I'm going to plug her Instagram.
Did she like respond to Kristen's video?
Yeah, it was in Kristen's videos where this happened. I'm going to plug her Instagram so you can all follow her. You guys want to follow her? She's great. Her name is Alex OCS, ALEXOCS on Instagram. Go follow her. And follow Kristen Bidding, too, because it's good. I don't follow her. I think she might. She doesn't agree. See, it was what I was talking about earlier. You can't like something that someone else doesn't like. They get all angry. So what if I like Kristen's video? Fuck it. I like it. None of her business, right? Why she gets so angry about it? She doesn't have to like it. I don't care that she doesn't like it. Doesn't bother me. People are nuts nowadays.
I don't know, but why does her comment bother you so much? You seem to have a lot of words about it.
I love the comments.
I know.
It's my favorite. It doesn't bother me at all. Except the balding part bothers me.
But you're not balding, so you don't have to believe it.
Oh, I know, right?
That's interesting. It's interesting how much she knew about you.
I know. These fans are nutty.
Because I feel like those weren't comments. Those weren't things on Big Brother either. Those are like real life things, right?
No.
Did you talk about special effects makeup on Big Brother?
No, never. No, not at all. Or the band or any of it. No, she's definitely. That's what I'm saying. These nut jobs, all of them, are if they anytime they see the people that they pick on, if they see them in public, they would ask for a picture. It's crazy. Yeah. They're all crazy. That's why I think it's all funny. People get so bent out of shape. Yeah. Big Brother alumni, all reality alumni get so bent out of shape about the fucking online bullying. It's like, oh my God, get the fuck over it. These people are mental. Why would you ever care? Would you ever care what these people say about you? They're fucking out of their minds. Like, would you care about what a crazy person says about you? But they do. People get so upset about these things. Yeah. So upset. Maybe I'm just wired differently or something. But I don't understand how this shit can bother you from these complete fucking lunatics. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, I think it just hurts control. That's like Rachel Swindler. I think she's a lovely girl, but she went on a little tirade the other day.
Oh, did she?
It was like 3 a.m. 3 a.m. I think she just looked up her old troll tweets and was just responding to them all at like 3 a.m. in the morning.
You can't bite back. That's where it becomes problematic because that's what they want.
Yeah, it's. I think that'd be me as a human if I ever went on. I'd be like, I'm having a good day. Let's just like hurt my feelings. Let's just look up.
People get bothered by this stuff. I don't know. I think it's goofy. I think it's sad. I think the more like the biting the trolling is, and the more like stabbing it is. Yeah. I think the more sad it is. I think that makes the troller more sad. Like it's more depressing. I don't know. And then it makes me angry.
Creative though. Hers was creative. Like you had.
I like that. It was articulated well. Yeah. I can respect that from a linguistic standpoint.
Yeah. You like linguistics? Do you like weird ways of talking?
I like normal ways of talking. I don't like people. I don't like. I'm verbose probably.
for both. I remember on
All of
their
aren't all of your listeners aren't they tuning in to hear about this the week in Big Brother Canada? Is that
they
what's supposed
they
to be
can tune
happening?
in, they can listen to whatever I tell them to listen to. They're my words.
Is this live? People go on YouTube right now and are seeing
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
Or
we
is
got
this
viewers.
are the people in chat rooms? Who are the viewers? Is it like
It's
who are
probably Alex 0S whatever the
is she on? Can
I
we
think she is.
someone DM her and tell her to get out of
She's
the
probably like, "Why is his
or
mouth open?" I told him to seal it with concrete latex, whatever it
I
was.
bet she's getting a bunch more followers right now
I hope
from
so.
my promotion. I'm trying to pull this up. I want to see. How do we see? How do I know? How do I know what's happening? Is this hard to? If I can't find it and I'm on it, how are people who aren't on it? Do you go to YouTube or Twitch? There's two ways to see this.
Yeah, there's 2 ways to see it.
Am I everywhere? Okay, I'm gonna look at. I'm on YouTube. This is tripping me out. There are two people. We can like talk for real with them personally. We can have
That's
like
what
a.
I'm telling you. If there's any scandalous Big Brother things you just, like,
This is
wanna get off your chest, feel like you
this
know
is
it.
crazy. Who are these people? Look at we can look at see even the girl, Krista Todd. She said, "Nah, talk BB can." The girl wants. She's sick of hearing about me. I don't blame her. She doesn't probably know these two people probably have any idea who I am. I have to imagine.
Yeah, but okay, Krista Todd, let me tell you my thought. If there's 2 people watching and I'm a person, I'm 1/3 of the audience right now.
I
I
feel we should
deserve
give them a.
I deserve to talk and listen to what I want from
I
Matt's mouth.
disagree. I feel we should give the people in the chat room what they want. I think she's already tuned out though. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
she's
there's
gone.
three. We just gained 33% viewership. See, look at
Oh, Krista
Chris
Todd
and
knows her.
Todd. Chris Todd, did you go follow
Okay,
Alex
okay,
yesterday? All
fine, Krista Todd.
right, let's talk. Hey, Chris Todd, what
Uh,
do you want to talk about?
she wants to
Baby
know you
Can.
wanna know. What do you know about, Baby Can?
I know a lot. I've been a fan of Big Brother Canada for since season. Well, here's what happened. I didn't watch it at all until season 7 was my first live season. But between season 6 and 7, I binge watched all of season 1 through 6 between season 6 and 7, and then I caught up live. So I loved it. It was so compelling. It still is. They got some of the best characters. I feel like. Uh, I thought that Big Brother Canada US sequester thing that went down was fun. I don't know if
Mhm,
people are aware of that, but that was like a good time and a great cast of people. Some good like Canadian people in there. Some of
mhm.
my favorite, like if I had to take like if I had, I don't know like how I could do this. I could think about it, but I feel like if I had to like pick my top 10 North American Big Brother players, I'll bet you definitely more than half would come from Canada. I
Oh,
think.
wow. That's pretty bold just because there's more American seasons, so you got more choices.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know, but like, yeah, like,
Who
I
are your
love
favorite
Kevin
Canadians? Ika?
Martin.
Oh, Kevin
I do
Martin?
like I like not as much for like the player standpoint, but personality. I mean, she's like fun TV for sure. Um,
Oh, is that what you value
Martin's-
in a Canada or a player is more their play style versus personality?
I don't know, like it really does depend. Like I mean, Kevin, to me he's got both. I think he's great. Ike has got a great personality. I like Hamza, and like Hamza
Mhm,
isn't a great player at all, but he's just got such like a good kind of smarmy. He's like some people seem like they're putting it on a bit too much, but I think he edges the line perfectly. He's like got a character, but it's not so just belligerent where he seems cartoony. He's just a good kind of a smarmy, villainous. So I like him. I don't know.
yeah.
There's a lot of good U.S. players too,
You like
though.
villains? Do you like Spicy V then? 'Cause she's kind of a little bit of
I do
a
like her.
likable villain.
She is. What do
She's
people think of her?
embracing it.
I
She's a
don't
little
see. I don't follow
controversial.
fan stuff.
I think she gets compared to Rachel Riley a lot, actually,
Yeah, I can see that a bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's a
because
fan, right?
I
Like a
yeah,
super
she's a
fan. Is that
fan.
true?
That's what she says. I'm not sure if it's true. I'm pretty sure I remember when they were doing the TikTok things, I'm pretty sure she didn't recognize some of the people, so I don't know how much of a I could be wrong on that. I might be mixing up my people, but still, she says she's a super fan, so at least she seems
No,
somewhat
I like her. I wish Josh would have stayed. Like, I like that kind of chaotic,
yeah.
kind of ballsy, like, I'm just gonna throw shit out there and do it, which Victoria's
Mhm.
doing a bit. I like that shit. I like
Yeah.
when it's just a little like, when even as a viewer, you're like, holy shit, why are they doing that? It's so good. Like, they don't need to do that. I love when people do that kind of shit just to see what'll happen.
Yeah. No, that's I think one of the problems with Big Brother is I think people start to care about the money too much, and I wish that they didn't and just, like, played the game, like, not caring if they went home, if that's not weird to say. Like,
No,
just
it's
had more
it's
bold, like, bold moves and things, but people get
yes,
scared.
totally. So total. I mean, it's a very different game now too than it was back in the old school days.
Back in the old
I
days.
feel like,
The
yeah,
good
it's
old
a
days,
harder
as they
game.
say.
No, it was a better game back then, but it was an easier game back then, I think. But it was still more like from a viewing standpoint, I think it was like a better watch
Yeah. I wonder what
because you
season
had
12 was
there's
like. How did people like your season live? Because people tend to not like when an alliance dominates, and you're obviously known as one of the greatest alliances of all time.
yeah, I don't think I mean it was a steamroll. I don't think it was I've always thought of it as a season with a like top tier cast, but from like a gameplay standpoint, I think it's good. Like it's a good introductory season because it really, I mean, it was a good strategy season. We fundamentally
Mhm.
showed how an alliance can just like work and dominate.
Yeah.
So to get the fundamentals of Big Brother, it's a good season. It's got a good cast. But if you're like already a fan, you're into Big Brother, I don't think that would be because it's such a steamroll. It's just kind of like, you know
Yeah.
what's going to happen. I feel like if you know Big Brother, you kind of you see the writing on the wall very early that season, and it's I don't think that would be as fun.
Yeah. It's a good cast, though.
Hmm. Undoubtedly.
That's, I think, what
Oh,
makes it fun. That's kind of, I think, what overweighs the steamroll aspect as a viewer is, you're still liking the characters. You're still like, oh, like, and then also, I tell people this too. I don't care if the gameplay is bad. Like, I don't care if the strategy is bad as long as you're trying and making attempts. Like, I still think that's very entertaining as a viewer, which some people are like very like turned off by bad
no, my
gameplay.
second favorite season is 11, and 11 is just I mean, they're nuts. It's just it was such chaos, and the characters were out of their minds and off their meds, and just like it was just totally crazy. And it
Hmm.
was I don't know, but it was one of my favorites. It was wild.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this season of Big Brother Canada so fun is like they're making some, in my eyes, bad choices. Which I'm like,
Yeah,
why did they do that? Like, why
I
did Joe
love
not use the
that.
veto? Like,
I
why?
love that stuff.
It gives you something to talk about and something to think about.
Question in the chats from I'm trying to watch the chat scrolling by really fast, so I'm trying to catch these as they go. Uh, it says, "Did I go back and watch BB?" Um, I did. Well, I did, and it was awesome. It was probably one of my favorite seasons of Big Brother. And the guy who cast it is who's doing casting now. So again, whatever that means, I don't think casting has much to do with who gets on as the network does anyway.
Oh,
But
that's
um,
interesting. Because that's like one of my favorite seasons.
I loved it. I loved it. I didn't like Morgan as much, from like the winner and stuff. I loved
Yeah.
Alex. I thought she was a great female character and
I
competitor.
love that they started from the beginning. So you got to see that like first week.
Yeah, I think I didn't watch it live, but it would have been cool to like live DRs and stuff. How they did that was fun. Whistle
Mhm.
Nut had just, or I mean, not Whistle Nut, fucking
From
Whistle
BB19.
Cornbread is what I meant.
Cornbread.
Too many hillbillies. Cornbread had like one of my favorite, the best exits. The fuck y'all, fuck all y'all and stuff. It was just such a great exit. So there's some good moments. I love that Justin guy, the New Orleans dude.
Yeah, definitely
It was
unique
decent.
characters.
And
They need more New
it had,
Orleans people on Big Brother, like Rennie, what an
I
icon.
mean, but it had the element of old school Big Brother that I love that we don't get in new school, which is like new school is all about getting an alliance right away and make sure you have
Mhm,
four other alliances in your back and know that you're going to dump them and crisscross and all these like it's just known like whereas
mhm,
back in the old school days it was like civil war like north versus south the house is split here's our people we're going to fucking roll with them and here's my other person I'm going to roll with like you have like your people and that's it
mhm,
and it was like it made it almost like a sporting event like every week to week it wasn't like it was fun because it was like which team is going to win or which alliance is going to win, as opposed to in this modern day, it's like, okay, when is this alliance going to break up and then what's going to be the next alliance? That was never a thing old school. It was just like rooting for a team. And you can't root for a team anymore because
mhm.
the teams keep changing. It's like imagine if
Yeah,
I'm not an athlete or a jock and I hate sports, professional sports, but if I was into it and I like, what if you're like you're into like a fucking I don't know who the fuck the Blackhawks or something, and all of a sudden like 2 games in, the Blackhawks just start trading teams with the fucking Red Wings and the Mighty Ducks. You're like, what the fuck? Where's my team? You can't do that. You can't follow a team anymore. And that's what fucking
mhm.
blows about modern era Big Brother. That was not the thing back in the day when you could just be like, hey, this team's cool. I want to see if they fuck it up or if they like rock the shit out of the season. You can just root them on and foul them. And OTT had that. There was like the Ball Smashers and LFC, and they just kind of stuck with them. And it's fun too because like Modern Era Big Brother, because of all the alliance shifting, it's like people will bail. It's like there's no loyalty. So it's like, okay, I see that I'm on the bottom of this thing, or I see that, oh, I picked an alliance. It's totally shit. So I'm just going to go and find another one. Whereas before it was like, hey, if your alliance is in hard times, you still stick with them. You just fight it out. And you got some of the best moments in Big Brother history. And like people were just, alliances were down to their luck. Like when there was the friendship versus the Sovereign Six in season 6. And like there were times when you just thought people were like down and out and then they come back. And if that like in Modern Era Big Brother, if a team's down and out, they just find another alliance or start jumping ship.
Yeah.
And it was cool that didn't happen. And I miss that about the old days.
Do you think that's why BB20 was such a successful season? Because they kind of had that same style.
They did. Yeah, I didn't think about it. But yeah, it's very true. And it was one of my favorite Modern Era
seasons. Out as like, I think people think of these in like a top 5 season of all time.
I think so. It was good.
A lot of good characters. Oh, we got Chris Todd back. I don't know what she said.
Oh, look. It does matter.
Given I would have been mad if Jen and Ty steamrolled because I liked them. Oh, she wouldn't have been mad. I kind of feel the same way, actually. I feel like I'm biased sometimes with, like, about how people like a pure game. Some people like pure Big Brother, and some people like more advantages. I personally like advantages and production interference if it helps my faves.
No, I like keeping it pure. But Jen and Ty are. I was thinking about this earlier today. I was like, is there another like bromance or bro alliance that's been this like
successful or?
No. This non-abrasive and cool, and like where you don't be like, oh my god, these guys are such fucking douchey dicks. Like they're both very normal and cool and good. They're good competitors. They're an asshole.
I love if Ty wins.
Yeah, they're like they're the only bro alliance I can think of in BBB history that has been rootable collectively to me. Like where I would be like, oh my god, it's so annoying that they're winning everything because they're the pros. I don't feel that way about them. If they started winning everything, I'd be like, good for them. They're cool. They're a good alliance.
Yeah. Even when like they're a little douchey, it's like charming. Like they somehow ride that line.
And then it's tongue in cheek. Like I don't know. Ty's dad, what the fuck, was like, he was like the same age as Ty. Did you see that? How does that happen? That was crazy.
No, I didn't see. He just looks really young.
You don't watch the fucking edits, right? You said?
I'm mostly a live feeds viewer.
Oh, they wasted a big block of time with some bullshit family messages from home. But shit, Ty's dad came on and gave him a message, and it legit, like, it could have been his brother for sure. It's crazy, very strange. But yeah, you don't watch that stuff. Never mind.
Maybe I will. I'll go back and watch for you.
What is the Twitch link?
The Twitch link? I believe it's silent podcast.
No, I mean, what is it? Like, do people watch on Twitch as well? Are we here?
People watch on Twitch.
Go on. Oh shit! Look at this. There is there is one viewer, and it's me. Two. It's you and I are the 2 viewers on Twitch.
No, I'm not on. I'm not watching.
Oh, you're not? Well, who's the other person?
I don't know. Why'd you assume it was me?
I don't know, because who else would be watching this? What's happening? Who is this? Well, Mr. Viewers, no one's chatting on the Twitch thing, so I'll stick to YouTube where it's busy. Do you know Krista Todd? Is Krista Todd a regular viewer of Sound Podcasts?
Oh, Krista Todd's new. You brought her on.
It's amazing. For real?
Yeah, I've never.
You don't know her? You for real don't know her? Krista, where'd you come from? Are you out there? Hey, hello.
Is this like Finding Nemo? She's a little
talking to you.
She's a little Nemo.
Where'd you come from, Krista? Who runs the Silent Podcast chat?
Isaiah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's watching. I've
said Big Brother fan?
Yeah, of course he is.
Okay, let's do BB12.
Oh,
I've tweeted you. Amazing.
Wait. Were you the one that responded to Kristen's video?
No, is it Alexa? Your Alexa OCS? I love your material. Well, I hope our tweet interactions were positive, Chris. I was a nice guy. What are the BB12 questions?
I guess I had one. If you went back into the house, like currently with what you know now,
sure,
would you align with the Brigade again? Reagan, Brittany, and Monet, or Brenchel?
I would do the brigade, but I would bail earlier,
Oh,
probably.
you would, leave before they
But it was
cut you?
good. I mean, it's a good mathematical strategy. Strategically, I'm all down with that plan. In fact, if I went in again, I might even just try to do a similar thing because it works. I feel like it works.
Yeah. No, and you guys started it and people have kind of replicated it. Going back to Big Brother
They
Canada,
tried. No one
Pretty
did it
Boys.
real. They did. Pretty Boys. They had it. They did it better than anyone else, but no one really does it right exactly. But they did. I give them
Mhm,
credit. They were a good alliance, a great alliance.
mhm. Do you think cutting you was the right choice?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely, it was the right choice for sure. Hayden was a great winner. I think he was.
yeah. Yeah, when I was watching it, I didn't realize how close of a vote it was.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
surprised that Lane got the Brenchel vote. Like, what did Hayden? Why were they so annoyed? Oh, because Hayden betrayed them. That's probably why.
Well, Brittany came in a jury house, fired up and like kind of trying to help Lane out a lot, and she got in Brendan and Rachel's ear. So I think that's how Lane got his votes. You can thank
Mhm.
Britt for those.
Yeah. Who would you have worked with on All Stars?
um, I feel like I would have like fake worked with Enzo, but clipped him.
You would have
And
clipped the Meow Meow?
yeah,
Meow Meow has
yeah,
to get spayed?
yeah. Probably pre-jury. But I would have
No.
tried to, yeah. I feel like I would have. You too much season 12. I can't. You guys only room for. And I would. I would like to. I would like to. If I didn't do like a brigade thing, what I would like to try and do is. I would like to try and get rid of. I would like to try and make people think. Like this. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
This is assuming it was like an all stars. It was people that I may have had some sort of prior engagement with. I would
Okay.
have taken the people that I was closest with on the outside of the house, and I would try and get rid of them first. That would be my ultimate strategy.
Wait, but you knew Ian, right? You would cut
Ian,
Ian?
like, I mean, and this is not personal, but what I would be trying to do is eliminate any sort of notion that I have any pre-existing. Like I would have. You know what I'm saying? That would be like
You'd be
meaning like
a
pre-existing
free
with
agent. You'd be a free
nothing.
agent in the
Exactly,
house.
exactly.
Mhm.
That
So
I'm
then you're an
strictly
easy vote,
stranded.
but that's a little scary. You either gonna be the swing vote or the easy vote.
Well, no, what I would do then is I would also, in conjunction with this, is I would try and pick up one or two people who I had no connection with. So almost in a way, so I mean I would roll with them so that it would almost solidify my legitimacy.
As a player?
Probably talking crazy. I don't know. Again,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I like chaotic play. It doesn't need to make sense. That's why it'd be fun to watch. Watch
No,
me
I
all
think
crash and burn.
no,
Doesn't
I think
matter. Or
that
maybe
makes
it would
sense
work.
as
It'd either
like
work or it
a
wouldn't.
reputation standpoint. Because I don't know, like Cody's win, I think is always gonna be a little tainted, because people think they
I
pre-agreed
don't
with
know.
him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the idea. I like when people like are roll with someone for a bit and then just
Mhm.
like blindside dump them. And I think that'd be like a fun thing to do in some capacity. But
Yeah,
people have done that like one time. I think it'd be fun to like
yeah.
do it a
I
couple
want the
times in the course.
showman's. I want the showman's cut at Final 3. That would be
Yeah,
my.
something like that would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. All good stuff.
Oh, would you have kept Janelle and Kesar?
Yeah, I would have. I don't know them, but I like them. I know, very superficially know Jano via text, and then Kaser I've never met in any way, but I like them both. And I would have, just in the interest of the old school, I would
Mhm.
have kept old school alive as best I could.
Yeah. Especially for the oldies, the fans, the old fans watching.
Yeah,
Like you have an
definitely.
obligation.
And try and educate the kids, the new generation. Keep the old people around so the kids learn. But oh well, alas, I do think it's a more difficult game. I think it'd be very hard to play nowadays versus and not as fun. Not at all as fun.
It's a lot faster, right?
It's faster, it seems. I mean, it's kind of a slow game in general. I just feel
Yeah.
it's hard to strategize. There's so many twists, and it's hard to like. It's just hard to strategize when there's just too much
Too
going
many
on
var
out.
too many
It's like
variables.
ADD. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm. That's interesting. Wait, what are the variables? Like, what are just more people moving around and
There is,
forming
it's true.
alliances, or is it like all internal variables or from production?
No, I mean I don't know enough about modern production, but
Oh,
I'm sure production probably does the same thing they always do. They're always trying to play, whatever angles they're playing, not in like a nefarious way, but I mean you're in the DR and they ask you like a million questions to get every angle on things. So
mm-hmm.
I mean, inadvertently they're feeding you information, not intentionally to direct anything. But if they're asking you about, what do you think about these two people or something, all you have to do is listen and be like, why the fuck are they asking me about these two people? And they're sort of in a weird roundabout way inadvertently telling you that maybe these two people are working together. You just have
Mm-hmm.
to like, pick up on these things. So yeah, I don't know. I just think like that variable is always going to be there. But just yeah, there's like so many mishmashes of alliances and people jumping ship, and I just feel it wasn't like that. It was, and a lot of like it's a lot more secrecy and stuff. And I'm not saying any of this is bad, it's just a different game. But when before, like I said, in old school days, it was out in the open. Like you had teams, it
Mm-hmm.
was like a sporting event. It's like, you spend the first week or so. That's the other thing. Now you spend the
Yeah.
first day finding an alliance. Before you'd spend a week just chilling with everyone and finding like
Yeah.
your crew. And then you found your crew and you got your team, and then you rolled that team out and you just battled each other, and it was like cool that way. And none of that shit happens anymore. This is a totally different game.
Yeah. I wish you were on All Stars. I think you could have solidified something with the oldies, and we could have had what we all wanted.
I would have tried. Would have
I know
tried
that's the
something.
thing. I feel like you're someone that would have potentially like given up your game a little bit to give the people what they want.
I
I could
totally,
be wrong.
100,000,000% would have. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan first and foremost.
Yeah, no, I know, and that's what I think we need in the Big
And
Brother house.
there's
There's
and
people who are
there's.
willing.
I mean, I'm not saying this in like this is going to sound so bratty or whatever, or maybe just like old and cantankerous, but honest truth, like there's something to be said of the fact that I don't give a fuck about like I'm not ever going to be an influencer, and I don't care, and I don't want to be, and I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna have a YouTube channel. I'm not gonna have a podcast. I'm just not. I'm not. I have a job and a kid and a fucking family. Like I'm just normal, kind of, in an abnormal way. So to have someone like that in the house that has really their only vested interest is that they're a huge fan of the show, and when they leave the show, they're still gonna have like their job and their family. It's like that's a good element to have on a show, because you're gonna get someone that just like plays in a different
Mm-hmm.
way, it doesn't pander as much.
Yeah, that's what I love. I love when people seem like they're having fun playing the game. You
Yeah,
know, some of these
doesn't
people don't even
happen
look like
as
they're having
much.
fun. They're just like
No,
stressed about going home or stressed about looking bad. I don't know.
exactly.
And the fans see through it, and they'll let you know. They'll let you know if you're not living up to the expectations. But yeah. Would you like to do a tier list of your season, or is that going to be bad to tell us? Do you know how to do tier lists?
What is it? What's a tier list?
So I can share my screen and show you. Do, 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 do.
So you got a PowerPoint presentation? What's happening?
No, it's not a PowerPoint. It's just the internet.
The internet, eh?
Oh yeah, have you heard of it?
I have.
So, would you like to rank your cast? I do this on every
What the fuck
episode.
is this? What is this?
It's a tier list. So do you want to rank your cast from superior A, B, C, D?
But what is like gameplay or
Yeah,
like
let's go game
for,
or attractive. No, I'm just kidding.
like well yeah, well that's what I'm saying. Like what is the category here? I'm
I
happy to
think
play this game.
I think I'm gonna go with how good they are at Big Brother.
Okay, definitely. Then I can do this.
Like it doesn't have to be strategy. It could be social. It could be comms. It's just like,
S is the best, right?
yeah, yeah.
How do we go? Like top to bottom? Like how do you want me to pick? Do you want to
You
name
can just
someone?
pick a random. Like let's go Andrew. How do you
Okay,
think
we'll
Andrew?
go first.
Let's not say we talk to Andrew at the meetup.
Okay, this is a great one to start with.
Captain Kosher.
Okay, I guess we have to
Captain
go.
Kosher.
I mean, no. We'll go. So we'll give him a C. I'll give him a C. He had some. Did he win? He won. He didn't win anything. We'll give him a C. I gotta give.
He had some fun little bouts of energy, though.
I like.
Yeah, he was.
And he's super chaos, and I love that about him. And some of the chaotic players are the worst, like strategy. So if we're just going strategy, he's got to be a C. But that does not overall. He's not a C. He's funny as shit. Brendan, this is I love Brendan. I'm like legit friends with him, but he is. You can't do halves. He's just. I gotta. Can you move? Can I move people after the fact? Like, can I retroactively move someone
Oh
later
yeah, of
on?
course, of
I'm
course.
gonna start. I'm gonna start him in a C. But as I
Okay.
start talking, he might get bumped up.
He's
Uh,
nice. Do you think he's too nice for Big Brother? Like to be like
he is
really good
so
at it?
nice. He's so
I
nice.
that's what I think. I think he's so nice.
He is. He is like. Let me tell you a story about Brendan.
I'd love
Uh,
that.
So we were on double eviction. I was on double eviction. So because they're like rushing things along, I didn't get any like the video message where Julie Chen goes, "Let's hear what your house guest had to say to your goodbye messages, whatever."
Mhm.
And I get to jury house, and the handler's like, "Oh, we have your goodbye messages on DVD. You can watch them only once." And
Why?
so here you go.
So it's
No.
fair. So it's fair. Probably so it's fair.
And it was like a little like pop-up DVD player with headphones, and they like made me go in a room by myself with the hand, like me and the handler, or whatever, by myself.
Mhm.
And so watch it, and it's pretty normal, whatever. But and the last one is from Brendan, who like from a season edit perspective, like we were at odds, we were
Mhm.
at opposite ends. We had verbal arguments, called each other names all the time, kind of. Anyway, at the end, he's like, basically, good game, it was great, play with you, and he's like, and something effective like and I just want you to know I'll always be there to fight for Stacy, and I want to help her in any way I can, like just really like pouring his heart out about helping my wife who was not dying in any, but he thought he was dying. He was just like so nice and sincere, and like really like he was getting emotional in the video, and I'm like, oh my god, like this is all just a lie and bullshit on my end. I felt horrible. He's like such a good guy. I'm like, oh Jesus. Yeah, Brendan's great. He's great.
It's really fun. Do you get to see all the videos? Because they don't show them all on TV, but do you get to see everyone's video?
No, it was just like as much as like it was like a normal one you'd see on TV. It was like a small subset of people.
Oh, okay, okay. That makes sense then.
All right, Annie. Okay, she didn't play much, but I know Annie well. I still keep in contact with her, so I know she's a
Oh,
fan of Big Brother, and she's got a good head on her shoulders. And although she didn't get a lot of time to play, I would put her in at least the B. I'm gonna start her in B, but she might even bump up depending on
oh,
what we
that's
get.
interesting.
Yeah, I think she would have been good. I would have loved her to see her play again. She'd have been good.
Yeah. I
Brittany,
mean, but she had to sacrifice it for the Brenchel babies, so
that's
she
true.
made a sacrifice.
She did. That's true. It's very selfless of her. Uh, Brittany is. We're gonna go B. I think again, only
Oh.
'cause she's like she. I don't think she showed it that much on TV, but she is a super fan. She doesn't know the game. She just gets a little. She's a little emotional, and
Oh.
so
So you think
yeah,
that's a bad thing? Being a little emotional is
I think
bad?
it's always a bad thing in Big Brother.
You think it's always a bad thing to be emotional?
In Big Brother, it's absolutely. It's a You never want that going on. You need to leave that shit at the door, and keep your head on your shoulders for sure. Heart out of
Oh,
the game.
interesting.
Enzo, I'm gonna start him at a B.
Oh,
You
wow.
know what?
I think Enzo's great.
He, here's what he's. This is a
He got
tough one.
3rd, he got 3rd, he got
Here's what he's good at. He's good at picking up on other people's like. I like people have a good idea, and he's good at rolling with that idea. So I don't know if that, but and if this were a social thing, I put him at an S,
mhm.
undoubtedly, because he is everybody likes him. I love the guy personally. He's every time I've hung out with him, we've had a great time. I stayed with him just like a summer or two ago at his house for a few days. We had a
Mhm.
great time. He's hysterical, and everywhere you go, he's a magnet for just its positive attention. So
Yeah.
socially, he's an S, but strategy, he's not he doesn't like he doesn't get the things rolling as much as he like pulls from it and runs with it in a very good way. So he's kind of like
Mhm.
B plus A minus. I'm gonna start him at B, but I might bump him up.
So he could never play the game alone. He needs to have an alliance and people to kinda guide the direction of the
Yeah,
strategy.
yeah, I would absolutely
Mhm.
say so. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Hey,
sense. And he's done
Hey,
it. He's found an alliance early both times he's played,
that's
so
what I'm saying. He's good at what he does. That's why I
I
don't know.
know.
Like, do I fault him because he doesn't like incite, he doesn't like turn the key in the ignition to get it started, or do we move him up because he's got a great engine? Like once the engine's going, he'll fucking rev
Yeah,
it and go. You know, I would put him up to A. Let's bring him up to A for
yeah.
that reason.
Because I would argue that you have to know your flaws and know when you do need other people, and I think he does.
Yeah, we'll keep him there. Hayden, he's not flashy, but he's good. I'm gonna put him in A.
Okay. Yeah, I thought Hayden was good. I think he has
Okay,
a nice
Kat.
head on his shoulders too. He seemed smarter than you would think, just based on like the character archetype. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah, oh yes, very much so.
Mhm.
He's another person that he has just an odd charm about him to that he's just, I don't know, a lot of in a better than Brendan way though, like that, just that good guy where like
Yeah.
he just makes you feel good. He has this like quality about him that's very good for a social game.
Look at his hair in this picture. It's so
I
weird
know
hair.
I'm a little hoppy headed fuck
That's
that kid
very
was,
messy. It's not like
right?
a nice, smooth, long hair. It's very messy.
Yeah, caveman. He's good. He's a good looking kid. Kathy. Well, I mean, unfortunately, one of my favorite
Icon.
players. You know, if this were just like an overall bracket, like who do we like, Kathy would be S. But unfortunately, it's not. So she is a D.
Poor Kathy.
Kristen, I have almost the exact same comments. I would put her in an S. I would like all her YouTube videos. I would like her just personally. She's great. For so many ways, but strategy is not one of those ways. I'm going to start her at a C, but she might get bumped down.
Okay.
She's already been. I'm bumping her down. She's a D, but I've decided I'm changing my mind. That was a quick one. Lane.
She's the one too who was done dirty, right, and had to leave and like the weird
Yeah,
is that her?
yeah, and the unitard
Clown
or
suit
whatever.
thing? Yeah.
Yes.
Lame.
Uh, Lane, we will put. He was a great social asset, but he never did much strategizing. But he's such a
Mhm.
good guy, and he's again very. This is the fucking problem with our cast. There's a lot of really just good, likable
Yeah.
people. Fuck, like I'm just looking down this list: Enzo, Lane, Annie, Brittany, Brandon, Lane. Like it's just people like where you go in a room and like they're just people that every other person in that room likes. They're just nice looking
Yeah.
people. And Lane falls into that, but he was not great at strategy. But he was cool to have in our alliance. I feel bad. I don't want to be mean to him because I like him, but I'm putting him at a C. He's not a great strategist. But that's what we're
Yeah.
doing the strategy. All right, this is awkward and uncomfortable for me to have to rank my own self, but I'm going to try and be fair about this. I feel like, see, here's my problem. If it was strategy, I'd go like A-ish level, but then if you include the execution, I feel it bumps me down to a B because I have a lot of great ideas, but then I'll start going haywire. I might have to go. Uh, I don't know. This is either. I'm gonna let you pick. Have you said? Do you follow season 12?
Yeah. And I just watched the documentary, so I'm very up
Well,
to
see,
date.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I don't know how this was edited or skewed.
I'll do a B.
B, we'll
I
keep a
think
B.
I think you do have the strategy, and I think you really have a lot of potential. But I think just like how Enzo lacked in some areas, I think that you need
Yes,
someone. You need a buddy also.
I would agree.
And with a
Mo-
with a with a with a with a perfect buddy, you're gonna be a S tier duo.
Monet is a D. She was not good with strategy at all. She did a lot of just, she's doing super nice. In fact, when we were trying to get the BB12 reunion together, we were kind of back in correspondence for the first time in over 10 years. And so we chatted a little bit. She's super nice, but
Mhm.
she's not a good strategist, is all.
Yeah, Rachel's gonna be an interesting one for me. I don't know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, Rachel's gonna fall into like the same category as Brittany, where um, she's a huge super fan, so she does know Big Brother, but then when it comes down to like pulling the trigger, and I guess maybe that's sort of what I was saying about myself. It's like I know the
Mhm.
game, I have good ideas, but when it comes down to pulling the trigger, sometimes it just. And I know I'm saying this because she's a winner, Big Brother, but you say it falls short. But she had a very chaotic win. It was
Yes,
not
she
a
did.
win that, like, sometimes the winner of a season, you go, okay, put them in another season, they're still going to do awesome. And, like her win was fucking valid. I'm not taking anything away from it, but it was kind of, it was chaotic. It was crazy.
No. No,
So,
and I always
I don't,
say, like, those kind of characters, you only are gonna win, like, 5% of the time, but if you get to the
yeah,
end you deserve to win against anyone, and I stand by
yeah,
that. If you're
totally.
that type of character, you deserve to win.
So that was not, to me, that wasn't a strategy win. I'm not knocking her win, but it was not a win of strategy. It was a win of just like so many things just falling into place. So
Mhm.
B, I'm gonna put her at B with the rest of that crew.
Okay, yeah. I I love Rachel Riley more than most
I
other
love,
people
oh, of
do,
course.
but I might even have gone with C just because I think I don't like when people have to rely on comp wins as much, and I think she really does, which is impressive, but as, like, a viewer. But we'll keep it
Yeah.
C. I love Rachel, though. What a perfect
And
casting choice.
Reagan, I'm gonna put him in, and then I'm gonna do a little small amount of shuffling. So I'm
Okay.
gonna put him on the board. And then we're gonna shuffle some of these around. So I'm going to for strategy, Reagan was always a thinker.
Mhm.
He was especially one that just couldn't get it together. He was sort of screwed from the start being my side alliance member unknowingly. So he was sort of like doomed. Like there wasn't much he could have done. But
Mhm.
I mean, I spent so much time talking with him, talking strategy with him. It was like he was my legend number one as far as he knew. So I know that he like really had. I mean, he had everything figured out. He knew the brigade without knowing the brigade, and he would tell me
Mhm.
about it. And so he was smart. I'm going to start him at an A.
Okay. I agree with
I'm
that.
going to bump. I'm going to bump Hayden up to an S because I
Ooh.
think he was a deserving winner. And I
Mhm.
think he was the reason I thought you put him at an A. I think is because he's not flashy, so he doesn't come across as someone who like was
Mhm.
real like cerebral. But he had his
Yeah.
shit together. I'm
Yeah,
going
he
to.
was really good for the brigade too at, changing the targets. I feel like he did that better than arguably any of you guys, just from watching the documentary where they would say something, he'd be like, "I think you should do this," and they actually would.
I'll have to watch that documentary. Uh,
Especially Brendan and Rachel, I think, really trusted his opinion.
yeah, well, he's a likable person to have. I'm
Mhm.
going to bump Kristen up because when I was talking about Reagan knowing the brigade, if Kristen would have stayed in the house a week longer, that whole brigade probably imploded because she also is like really onto us. So she played a very chaotic, kind of messy game, but she knew it was happening.
Mhm. So she wasn't
And
completely out of the game.
no. And with that, I will settle on that as my strategic Big Brother 12 tier list.
Okay. I like
Put that
it.
in the books.
I think it's
To
pretty.
round out the silent podcast. What a fun way. What a fun thing. It was fun.
Yeah. I like tier lists. Yeah, it's a fun way to end. That's all I got. Do you have anything you wanna plug? Wanna plug your band again? Your Cameo?
No.
Social media?
Go ahead. Yeah, well, you want? Sure. Let's get it all out with to Chris and Todd. Wait, there's four people watching? Who's the fourth?
I got 5
Who
on
are
my
you?
end. I don't
Where'd you come? You have five? Well,
know.
we better replug everything then. Make sure everybody hears. So
Let's
here's what you missed.
okay.
Person number 4 and possibly 5. Uh, hot new tracks from Shooting Blanks on your favorite streaming service or Roku enabled device or YouTube for music videos if you're into those. People still make those, I guess. And then also you can get quality Matt Hoffman content live and direct to your inbox on Cameo. BB12 Matt, BB12 Matt, super affordable and great for the holidays, graduations coming up. People, high school kids love having Matt Hoffman tell them at graduation. I know this is a fact. Mother's Day, everybody's got moms, and moms love Matt Hoffman. So book. And then, of course, on Twitter, uh, great content. Always a sampling of what you can get from Cameo. Get it for free on Twitter at MHMoonvez. Um, and look at thank Marcelo Guzman in chat. No, calling me an icon. I couldn't agree more. So thank you, Sarah, for having me
Yeah, of
on the
course, yeah.
silent podcast.
Yeah. And my Twitter is SarahYellow6, and Matt will be changing his Twitter handle to Moms Love Matt Hoffman very shortly.
They do.
So
They do. I'm like mom age now.
Well, that's all we got. Bye, everyone.
Bye.